Right. Hello, everyone. I'm Peyton, an editor at BSC. I am here with Rami Unger today to talk about his short story collection, Hannah and Other Stories. Very exciting. A little horror short story collection. I always forget to say that. Rami, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hey everyone, and my name's Rami Unger. I'm a writer from Columbus, Ohio, specializing in horror and dark fantasy. I have four books out. It'll be five with Hannah, and I can see you through the camera. I know you're looking at your phone while also watching this on your desktop. Yes, you! Put your phone down and pay attention into one thing at a time, please.
Yeah, yeah. Or keep your phone up if you're watching it on your phone.
Exactly.
Pay attention to your phone if you're watching this. So, Hannah and Other Stories, seven stories in it. Very exciting.
I
And
figured a lucky number was a good way to go.
yeah, definitely. Only could have been better if it was 13.
Oh, I wanted to, but I did not have that many stories prepared, and I did not want to overwhelm you and Bree.
Don't have that many stories prepared yet. Who knows? There could be a Hannah and Other Stories too.
I was thinking about doing more collections, maybe some collections of novellas and novelettes, or maybe a collection of ballet horror, because I'm a really
Mm,
big fan of ballet. I know I don't look it, but
yeah.
I'm actually a big fan of ballet, and I have a lot of ideas for stories featuring that. So
Yeah.
maybe someday. But
Ooh,
first, I
those
want to make
sound
Hannah a huge.
interesting.
But first, I
Yes,
want to make Hannah a huge success. So that comes
obviously.
first.
Yes, yes. So yeah, seven stories. They each take place in a different, well, place. But it is kind of a shared universe, as people will find out when they read the various short stories.
Yeah, in the first story, Hannah, I mentioned some locations, but that story is set in Penton, Ohio. Oh, and that's what I hope to be kind of the jumping off point for this shared universe. Penton, I kind of want to make it like My Castle Rock. It's going to be kind of a central location where a lot of weird stuff happens.
Mhm.
There are also some other mentions like Aurelian University, which is kind of like a fictionalized Ohio State.
Mhm.
That is mentioned in the story and actually shows up in a later story. He and um Ohio is kind of a big place, so I'd mention other places like Columbus and I kind of want to make Ohio as scary as Maine is to people, so I feel like a lot of my shared universe is going to be in Ohio, the
Yeah.
Ungerverse.
Nice. Yeah, I know. I live in Michigan, so
Boo!
no, no, no. Boo, Ohio.
Go
I would
Bucks!
not. Don't. I don't pay attention to sports, but I'm a
I don't
loyal
either, but
Michigander.
I am an Ohio State alum, so I kind of have
Nice.
to. Who?
I went to Michigan State, so
Oh, my
haha.
cousin went there.
Oh, nice. So yeah, I know I can definitely like relate to like wanting your like state to be like very special, especially to yourself. Like I know like when I have a writing degree, um, well minor, but it's part of my degree. Um, a lot of short stories I had to write, I like placed in Michigan too, that's my home. That's what I know. So definitely all the Ohioans out there, I don't know how to say it.
Ohioans.
Ohioans, all the Ohioans out there will definitely love Hannah and Other Stories. Like they'll just be able to see it. But yeah, so Penton, I don't know if that's a real place or not, to be honest. Is it?
It's not. It's not.
Okay. Okay, I didn't
I
think
made it
so.
up. There's only one Penton, real Penton in the United States,
Yeah.
and that's in Tennessee. But if anyone
Right.
wants to go and make a community named Penton here in Ohio, you gotta pay me royalties, and B, you gotta elect me mayor.
Yes. Yeah, yeah. I know when I was editing, I like tried to look up to see if Penton, Ohio was a real place. So, but I didn't get anything. But there's also like little villages that like, don't really get put on Google or stuff.
Little
So,
townships
yeah.
and stuff. There's like a 50 or 100 different Richmonds throughout Ohio. Most of them are defunct, but there are like
Yeah.
tiny little villages and townships here
Yeah.
and there, and they're all named Richmond.
Hmm. All of them? No, no.
Apparently, that's
No.
what I went into Wikipedia and I wrote Richmond, Ohio, just to see if it was taken as a name. And I got like 50 results, and I'm like,
It's taken.
how many counties have a Richmond? That must make and that's, ladies and gentlemen, is why we have zip codes.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, so Penton, not a real place, but real in your version of Ohio.
And a fictional county called Lelouch County.
Lelouch. I know. The only Lelouch I know is from anime, but we won't get started on anime because
That
I could
is
talk about that
where I got the name
forever.
from.
Nice. Good show. If you guys know what we're talking about, you're awesome. But if you don't know, Google and watch it. I'm not
I
going to spoil
command you to
anything.
Google it.
Yeah, so Penton, Hannah, the namesake of the short story collection, takes place in Penton at a school, I believe, an elementary school.
An abandoned elementary school, one
Ooh,
that's been closed down for several
creepy.
years.
I know. My school, it wasn't my like elementary school. It wasn't new, but it wasn't old. So definitely when you were there after hours, it got a little creepy. I can't imagine what like an actual abandoned school would be like.
I would imagine lots of graffiti, maybe some desks and other stuff just piled around on the hallways and classrooms.
Hmm.
Whom's all the playground equipment is still there, but it's all broken and run down and rusted.
Yeah.
Um, Probably some bats and rats living in the ceilings and ductwork.
Oh yeah. Contrary to sorry, excuse me, a lot of other people, I love bats. I think they're so cute.
I love
I
them
wouldn't
too.
yeah, I wouldn't want them to like fly on me because they are very disease prone. But I love like watching them fly through the sky at night. But yeah, so in elementary school, Hannah, is Hannah a character? Is Hannah just
Yes,
a name?
Hannah is a character in the story, and funny thing, I'm Jewish, so I know plenty of people named Hannah growing up. It's a popular name among the Jewish people. Well, so when I first announced that I had a story named Hannah that I'd written, I actually had a few people named Hannah who thought I'd written a story about them. I actually had a friend of mine come up to me at a party once and be like, Rami, did you write me into a story? Because if you did, that kind of scares me. I know what you tend to write. I can assure you that while there is an inspiration for the character of Hannah, it's nobody I know personally. And I'm just going to wait for. I'm pretty sure once people have read the story, they might be able to guess who the inspiration is.
Hmm.
But I'm waiting for someone to actually come out and say it to me and be like, is Hannah based on so and so?
Yeah.
So far, nobody has told me, but then again, I think the number of people who've actually read Hannah is at this point still, let's see, Bree, 3 people. I'm still waiting to hear back from from anyone who's read an advanced copy. So
Yeah.
yeah, at this point, just 3.
Yeah, well, they just have to read the book. And then I don't know, maybe we'll do like a little raffle or something. Like first person who can tell me what Hannah is inspired by gets, I don't know, a pin. I
I
don't know,
should
a
try
poster.
that. I should try that.
Because
I'll
I
definitely
I
have to
do
think of
know it.
something to do like that. Like first person to tell me
A
who
raffle.
to correctly tell me who Hannah is based on. I don't know. Doesn't get written into a novel or something. We'll
Right?
figure
Doesn't
it out.
basically
We'll
get
figure it out.
murdered. Yes, that would be a lot of fun. Yeah, I do know where it comes from. If anyone wants a little hint, there is like kind of an anime manga series that takes a little bit from the same inspiration. Again, manga and anime. Woohoo. But yeah, so I'm assuming Hannah is you find her in the school. I'm
You
assuming.
do. You
Yeah.
do. But beyond that, I'm not going to give anything else away.
No, of course not. Yeah, but Hannah definitely sounds interesting. I'm interested in more about like just the story in general. Like, do you have a little excerpt or anything that you could read us?
Hmm, let me check. Let's see. No, no. It.
Yay!
I've always wanted to do that, by the way. Disappear under a desk or something and just make all sorts of loud noises.
Yeah. Well, you had the perfect chance to, and now you've done it. Something off of your bucket list.
Yep. So, I'm gonna read a little bit from and other stories.
Yes, please do.
The incident occurred in October last year. Diesel was driving his RV through Penton suburbs, the town unaware of what we were about to do. We pulled into the parking lot behind the old school building, and I stepped into the cool night air. Waiting for us was a single fan, one of our biggest supporters, and the person who had suggested Penton Elementary months ago, several months prior. All-Marie Shawcross greeted us with the expected enthusiasm, running towards us from her car with the biggest grin on her face. Oh my God! She squealed. Holmes! Hey, All-Marie. Thanks for joining us. All-Marie only blushed, giggled, and said, Oh my God! Again. She was excited, which at the time I was happy about. Excited guests tend to energize the spirits and lead to more evidence, which means more views, subscribers, and sponsorships, which means we get to keep doing investigations and posting them on WeTube. So I was happy she would help us keep the cycle going and allow us to keep doing what we love. And a quick note, WeTube is what we're calling YouTube in this universe. We we don't want to get slapped with a copyright claim or something
Yeah.
stupid by Google,
Oh yeah.
which maybe I should call giggles in this universe. Not only that, back to the story. Not only that, but Almarie was also local. Well, her family be having lived in Penton for 5 generations. Her connection to the area, along with her energy, made her the perfect candidate to join us for an investigation. Plus, her mother was one of the more vocal opponents of our investigation, so we got a bit of glee inviting her daughter out with us. And based on our emails, so did All-Marie. There was a groan, and Diesel stepped off the RV with 3 bulky bags hanging from his shoulders. Could you give me a hand, Dom? Asked, pretending not to notice All-Marie. The stuff with he's more than your mom. I laughed and gave Diesel a finger. All-Marie squealed again. Diesel! Diesel finally looked in All-Marie's direction and did his usual off-camera routine for pretty girls. Blink excessively, he pretend to rub his eyes, and then drop his lower jaw like a classic cartoon character. Hello, beautiful young lady. He threw the bags down and extended a hand. Where are my manners? Freddie Berkowitz, but call me Diesel. Don't ask why. I forget myself. Almarie laughed and took his hand, suddenly at ease with us. That was Diesel's talent. He put people at ease, especially the starstruck ones. I still have no idea how he does it, though it may have something to do with the fact that he has the easy humor and the friendly features of a late night TV show host. Actually, in another life, I think he'd make a great TV show host, but he prefers seeking the truth. And honestly, I can't blame him. With the pleasantries out of the way, we had Almarie sign some documents absolving us of any culpability should she sustain any injuries or legal trouble while investigating with us, then let her on board the RV. Her eyes lit up as she saw the array of equipment we had set up and waiting. EMF meters, REM pods, an SLS camera, digital audio recorders, infrared cameras, and at least 4 spirit boxes. Everything a ghost hunter would need to investigate a haunted location. Diesel showed her what each device was for and how to use it, and then we got down to business. So here's how tonight will go. I said, first we'll film a quick opening for the episode. Explain the history, the location, and the hauntings. Then we'll head in and start investigating. We'll go to different places in the building and try different devices in the hopes of getting some results. Around 3, we will call it a night and head out. After Diesel and I have recovered from the night's activities, we'll look over the footage and evidence. If we manage to catch anything, we'll share it with you and get your reaction to it. Especially if any of the evidence is stuff you captured, or looks like a spirit really wanted to interact with you. Almarie shivered with excitement into when I said that last sentence. Not surprising. Whether a professional ghost hunter, an amateur, or just someone who watches the shows at home, believers in the paranormal love the idea of being able to interact with a spirit, provided, of course, it's an interaction they want. Just remember to follow our directions, Diesel added. No matter what happens, 100 things could go wrong, the least of which is someone interfering and contaminating our investigation. Dom and I are used to it, so just follow our directions and everything will go fine. Got it! Almarie held her thumbs up to show her understanding and enthusiasm. And if we come across a malevolent entity, then we have sage, holy water, and oils, and a few other items to stop it from attaching to us, I replied. If that doesn't work, we have a Catholic priest who will help us, regardless of your religious affiliation. But I don't think we'll come across any tonight. We would have heard of it by now if there was. So, shall we get started? We stepped off the RV, Almarie almost bouncing with anticipation. She then took a tripod mounted camera from Diesel, turned it on, and traded on the school doors. With the camera covered, Diesel and I stepped into frame and Almarie he pressed record. I began the episode's introduction, modulating my voice to be deep and attention grabbing. Penton Elementary School. 35 years ago, this was the site of a horrific tragedy. Late one night, a little girl who went to school here snuck out of her home. She broke into the building and hung herself in the auditorium. Her spirit still haunts the school to this very day. We're here in Penton, Ohio, Diesel continued, to investigate claims of crying, shadow figures, and even sightings of a little girl wandering the halls. This school has never been investigated by a professional team before. It will be torn down next summer, and we're going to see if we can confirm these rumors of ghostly sightings before it's gone. I'm Dominic Holmes. I'm Diesel Berkowitz. And we're H&B Investigations. We waved our hands to the camera, the way we began every episode for the past 7 years. Off camera, Almarie clapped excitedly. And to find out what they find in the school, you're going to have to read the book.
Yes, go buy the book. The twist will definitely surprise you. I know I was a little shocked when I first read it. But yeah. Out of like so obviously ghost hunting show, Diesel and sorry, Dominic.
Mm-hmm.
Diesel and Dominic are part of a YouTube channel or WeTube, sorry, WeTube.
Yeah, we tube.
Out of all, so like obviously there's so many ghost hunting shows, which are all great. They're so much fun to watch, at least to me.
Yeah, to me
Yeah.
too, though I have to remember that sometimes a lot of what we're being shown on the shows are fake,
Yeah,
and
unfortunately.
that what we're seeing is just like 2 or 3 days of background research and maybe 12 hours of investigating truncated into about 42 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And but I I like to believe that some of these shows they try to show as much real stuff as possible. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I've been on investigations before and I've seen some very strange stuff
Mm-hmm.
that cannot be faked and which I cannot explain as anything other than weird paranormal bullshit. And I wrote Dominic Holmes and Diesel Berkowitz as they're true believers. He will put on if they find something on their YouTube channel, they well on an investigation, they will put it on YouTube. If they don't find something, they'll investigate, they'll put out a video and they'll be like at the end, hey, we didn't find anything this time
Mm-hmm.
around. But sometimes that's just the nature of the beast.
Yeah.
So as well, maybe that's why they're on YouTube and not television.
Yes.
But they're yeah, they're definitely more ethical ghost hunters. They're more true believers who really want to who explore this realm and find something amazing and share
Mm-hmm.
it with people.
Yeah. Yeah. I love
More
that. I
than
know.
just subscriber and merch sales.
Yeah. They won't bow down to the producers of the high TV shows. They
Yeah,
say
they're their
fake
own
it.
producers.
Yeah. I will say, out of like all of the shows I've watched, I don't really think I've ever seen a school episode. So,
I have
yeah,
Ghost Adventures did one a few years ago.
I stopped watching Ghost Adventures a few years ago, unfortunately.
I kind of got
Yeah.
out of it as well for my own reasons. Um, but yeah, I don't think many schools get investigated or not, and by schools I mean actual schools. I mean I
Hmm.
know plenty of places have investigated Penhurst School in Pennsylvania,
Hmm.
but that was a school in name only. That was mostly an insane asylum and not a
Hmm.
very good one. But yeah, I
Yeah.
think the problem with investigating schools is that a lot of school districts don't want that kind of attention on them, even
Yeah.
if the school is no longer the building is no longer used because they don't want that kind of reputation. They're
Hmm.
trying to attract families to their school. They're trying to get as many taxpayer dollars into the schools as possible. I don't think ghost hunting kind of works for that plan. So, but there might be some schools that are more open to it. I do know there was a school in Ireland that did show some weird security footage
Oh.
of like some poltergeist activity. Now, whether or not that activity was real or manipulated is up for debate, but the school was oh cool was showing it on WeTube. So
Yeah, so like saying all that, why did you decide to do a school
oh, there
without
are a couple
spoiling too much?
without spoiling too much. Oh, there are a couple of reasons. One is, does have to do with who Hannah is based on, and I'm not going to say anything more than that. But
Hmm.
also just because for a lot of kids, school is not a safe, happy place to be. It can be scary. There are adults there who may not have your best interests at heart, and the kids can be cruel. Well, it may just be a difficult place. So I thought to that that would make it a great location.
Hmm.
And
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So that's Hannah from Hannah and Other Stories. Anything else you want to say?
Mm, I actually based Dominic and Diesel off D.B. Woodside, who played
Mhm.
Amenadiel in Lucifer, and the principal in the seventh season of Buffy. And Diesel, he was based off of James Corbin.
Hmm, interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Their personalities definitely shine through. I can see that.
yeah, you can kind of tell. Oh,
Yeah.
oh. So uh that's just something I want to say. So if they're watching this video, oh, maybe produce a movie or not. I
Or a YouTube video. Go with the theme of the book or the story.
or maybe a survival horror game. I could see that being fun.
That would be fun. Yep. So yeah, that was Hannah from Hannah and Other Stories. If you want to explore the creepy elementary school with Dominic Diesel and Al Murray, buy the book, Hannah and Other Stories. It's on everything.
Amazon, BSC Publishing Group, Square Store, or Barnes and Noble,
Mhm.
Kobo, a couple of international stores.
Yeah, it's everywhere. You can pre-order it now. It comes out September 23rd.
4
So
weeks
yeah,
from Saturday.
it's so exciting. I know I'll definitely be waiting in anticipation. I can't wait to see the final product. I'll be in the car all day, so I'll have plenty of time to read the little ebook on my little phone, and it's
As
gonna
long
be
as you're
so
not
nice.
driving, of course.
No, I won't be driving. Don't worry. No, I'm still gonna be reading, even if I'm driving. Screw the other people. This is more important.
And now we have the basis for my next horror story.
I'm gonna haunt a highway. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Again, talking with Rami Unger, the writer. Rami, where can they find you?
They can find me on my website, ramiungerthewriter.com. That's RAMIUNGAR, thewriter.com. Also on Facebook, Twitter, Threads, Instagram, and YouTube.
Yay! So yeah, go follow him, go check out his website, read his blog posts, see what other stuff he has written. So yeah, thank you, Rami, for talking with me. I hope everyone's
Pleasure.
excited for Hannah and Other Stories.
And until next time, pleasant nights, man.
All right, bye-bye. Thank you for
Bye.
watching.